The Bumble is strong with this one.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the 3-0 Transformers The Last Night Deluxe Bumblebee. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging right up front. Here we have a nice image there of the Bumblebee from Transformers The Last Night. Look, it's from a movie. His name is Bumblebee Transformers. On this side we have Bumblebee. On this side we have Bumblebee. Up top we have, hey look, Bumblebee. On the bottom, words, things, barcodes. On the back of the box, you have another nice image there of Bumblebee. And you can open up this front flap here. And again, you have Bumblebee and a nice window where you can see the figure when it is in the box. And that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have the deluxe Bumblebee from 3-0 as he appeared in Transformers The Last Night. And yeah, here he is, another beautifully done figure here from 3-0, as always knocking it out of the park as far as I am concerned. But let's get in close here so we can take a look not at that Bumble crotch, but at that Bumble noggin. There's the Bumble noggin. It's a very nicely done head sculpt there. Got tons of detail. Love the paintwork, Autobot symbol right there on the forehead. Got some nice gold in there for the eyes. Just really good looking, nicely detailed, nicely painted head sculpt. And I'm going to be saying the same thing about the entire body here. Nicely detailed. Excellent paintwork, just again, tons of detail to be seen here. It all looks fantastic. These are the true masterpiece figures as far as I'm concerned. These figures are absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And as always, I know people will complain because boo, they don't transform. What's the point of Transformers? They don't transform, blah, blah, blah. Hey, they've been making Transformers for over 30 years. They do transform. Buy one of those. It's not like there's a shortage. You know what I mean? But as far as this goes, this is absolutely fantastic in my opinion. Look at all that detail going on in there. Look at that, look at that. Even the bottoms of his feet. Even the bottoms of his feet. Move up the back. You got the Bumble booty. You got the door wings going on there. All in all, fantastic looking figure. Now, articulation-wise, of course, this being a 3-0 figure, tons of stuff that moves here. As far as the head goes, you have a ball joint at the base of the neck and a ball joint right at the head itself. So you have tons of wiggly waggly. Can look up. Oh, we don't want to see that yet. Can look up. Can look down. Squirrel. Can do a full 360. Oops, you're going to pop his head off. His head is meant to pop off. That's how we put the batteries in it. But the head can rotate. You know, can do a full 360, but past a certain point, you have to kind of be careful because you can't pop his head off. These little sections here on his chest are on ball joints. He's going to wiggle around. What did I tell you about that? So he's going to wiggle around. As far as the arms go, the arms move things out of the way. The arms can do a full 360. They can move in and out, and there's quite a few things here at the shoulders that move. This will move the shoulder piece itself. It is on a double hinge, so that can move out of the way for you if you needed to. We do have also forward movement there on that shoulder. You got bicep rotation. You do have a double jointed elbow. So you have good range of movement there. You do also have forearm rotation. If you need that to be a thing, hey, the forearms rotate as well. As far as the hands go, the hands are on a ball joint. So wiggly waggly, in and out, all that good stuff. Even this section here on his forearm is on a hinge, so you can kind of move that around. Now, as far as the waist goes, you do get some rotation. It is a bit hindered. It's pretty much the only thing that's kind of hindered on this figure, but you can still get a little bit of twist out of it. The upper torso itself can move from side to side. You also get an ab crunch in there, and if we look at the back, when we engage that ab crunch, we get some extra detail that gets revealed in there, which I always love. As far as the legs go, We got these little sections here we can move out of the way. These panels here are on a ball joint that's on a hinge. You can move these out of the way to accommodate your leg movement. So the legs and also the hips can move downward. You can move them right where they are, or you can shift the hip down. You kind of see that groove there that it leaves behind. You can shift that down so you can get that leg all the way up. You can pretty much do the big boot. You can bring it back about that far outward, almost a full splits. You got thigh rotation in there. And again, you can just kind of angle that however you want. As far as knees go, you do have a double jointed knee. It only gives you about that much bend, a bit over 90 degrees because there's a lot of stuff here that doesn't move, but love how like the knee piece moves. It just covers everything up. As far as the feet, you do have rotation. The foot as a whole can move up and down. This front section of the foot can pivot, as well as the toe itself can pivot upwards. Oops, you can pop that off the ball joint also. It's okay. You stay. You'll stay. You do have ankle tilts, and even the heel pieces move. This one back here can move in and out, and this little section here can also move forward and back. We come back here, and guess what? Even the door wings are posable. They can move in and out. They can rotate up and down. These can rotate up and down as well. And one more thing to point out with the head, and these little pieces here, these little ears, whatever you want to call them, can also move up and down. So yeah, lots of things that move here. Oh, and also these tires back here they're on ball joints, hinges, so that can be positioned pretty much however you want. And one more thing I have to point out as far as articulation goes is even his butt cheeks are posable. That's right, his posable butt cheeks right here, these panels. You can have them saggy, you can have them a little bit more, perky. You can do what you want there. Hey, posable butt cheeks. Everyone needs them. Now, as far as accessories go, you get the display base, and it's the same display base you get with pretty much every figure. 3-0, Transformers Last Night, Bumblebee, and of course it is adjustable. You can just kind of open this up. That can angle forward and back. This can move up. Hit the little release lever, and that can move back down. This has to be adjusted by popping it out. You can have that at any angle you want. To attach it, you have to come back here to his Bumblebee and remove this little panel. Take this, plug it into his butt, and there you go. You have him slightly hovering above the base because for some reason this never comes down low enough to where he can actually stand on the base. That's one thing about these bases. I didn't really make it so they can actually have their feet planted on there, which is kind of weird. They're always just kind of hovering a little bit, but hey, it's a thing. Now, as far as other accessories go, you do get his Bumble Hammer. And here it is, and again, nicely detailed, nicely painted. Got some nice silver in there, and kind of a wash right in there. Just make it look a little dingy, a little dirty, a little battle-worn, but a nicely detailed hammer. You also get his Bumble Cannon. Big old arm cannon here. Again, nicely done. Lots of detail. Looks fantastic. Again, you got the little weathering there, little scuffs and scrapes. And you get a clip. This is for storing the hammer. I'll show you how that works in a little bit. You do get his battle mask. And again, I'll show off how this works in a moment. And you do also get some extra hands. He comes packed with these closed fists, but you do also get a pair of relaxed open hands. You get a pair of hammer holding hands. And you also get a pair of just open, splayed out, no, or jazz hands. Yay! Now, as far as the arm cannon goes, it's just a simple matter of just removing the existing forearm and taking the cannon arm. Just taking that, just give it a little twisty as you plug it in. It does plug in very securely. There you go. Now he has a big old arm cannon, so you can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang, and all of that good stuff right there. And as I said earlier, this piece right here is for storing the hammer on his back. Now you have these two clips here, which are going to go over these two posts right here. So you just take this and get into position and just drop it down in there. And that'll just sit in there just like that. And then you can take the hammer and it'll just clip in right there, and you can have the hammer stored on his back. Hooray for storage! Now, as far as his noggin goes, a couple things we can do here. There are lights in his eyes, which I've accidentally turned on a couple times already, but to install the batteries, we have to decapitate him, so rip off his head. And there is a screw right here, which you have to undo, and that will allow you to take off the top of his head. The battery compartment is right in there. It takes two LR44 batteries, or AG13s, which are not included. You will have to get those yourself. You can get them cheap on Amazon or wherever you prefer to buy your batteries. And once you have those installed, you just push his forehead here, boop, and his eyes will glow with some nice bright LEDs. So nice little effect there, and of course we can put on his battle mask, and it just tabs right on like so, and now he is ready for battle. The battling of the masks. You can turn the lights on in the eyes, but you can't really, the visor is like very darkly tinted, so you can't really see the lights in there too well. You can kind of see them, but it's not super visible just because this is so dark, but hey, still, battle! So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with the FKim Bumblebee, and if you want a measurement to the top of his head, the Deluxe 3.0 version stands at about 9 inches tall. Here he is with FKim Optimus Prime. And here he is with the big 3.0 Last Night Bumblebee, so you can see how that works out there. And obviously the deluxe version is definitely more, definitely a lot better as far as, you know, space goes. A lot smaller of a footprint. Obviously one's going to be way more affordable than the bigger version. But hey, now you have options, and as always, options are good. So there you have the Deluxe Bumblebee from 3.0, and yeah, this thing is absolutely spectacular in my opinion. A work of art, just a fantastic figure. The detail, the paintwork, everything is on point. Tons of articulation, really poseable, really just a fun action figure. And again, I know people are going to complain it's not a Transformer because it doesn't transform, but I mean, this is just a really nicely done, just high-end action figure, you know. This is like a Transformers Hot Toys, you know. I personally love these, and if, you know, if this isn't your cup of tea, then it's not your cup of tea. Fine. Hey, you don't like it, don't buy it. Simple as that. Crisis averted. But me personally, I absolutely love these, and always so happy to add another one of these to my collection. So there you go. Now, if you would like this or any of 3.0's other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out my 3.0 Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the 3.0 Transformers The Last Night Deluxe Bumblebee, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Oh, Bumblebee, I don't feel so good. I don't feel like I'm in my right mind. No, hitting me with that hammer will not make me feel better. What do you mean you're gonna do it anyway? No, I feel better. I feel better now.